welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing a full review episode of the Exotico Blanco. Hencho de Mexico, 40% alcohol by volume. It's a relatively decent tequila. I'm going to give you just a moment to look at that. Nothing else too special about the bottle. The shape is relatively okay. The cap is where things get a little interesting. It's not your typical cap. That's good enough. So I can sort of get you a look on this. Look at that. It's weird. The only other strange and unusual bottle cap top situation going on was that, what was that? The Buchanan's Deluxe. That one was a weird one as well. That one was kind of frustrating to work with. I guess some people like it and most people think it's stupid. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. We're going to do the rundown real quick. I do a 3-part series where I do a review of a whiskey, wine, tequila, gin, libations of sorts. The only exception to that is the brews. Those are one shot, one deal. Okay, so get it home, off the rip, crack it open, pour it in a glass, have my pour, have the taste, experience it, share that experience with you because that's what we're here for, sharing. Part 2 is going to be halfway point-ish. I'll stop, leave whatever's left in the bottle to sit for a week, 2 weeks, depends on the libation, depends on the scheduling. What? Anywho, I'm going to go on the internet, find some information, get as much as possible, bring it back, present it to you. We'll talk about it. I'll score it. We'll move on. We'll drink it because part 3, all the way down here, the final pour, thusly named, we'll have that in a glass. We'll compare it to the first pour and everything in between. So here we have the Exotico Blanco, 100% agave. Doesn't say it's whether it's Blue Weber. It does. Actually, I did find that. It's 100% Blue Agave Weber, or Weber Agave. This is no artificial flavoring. I think it's NAF. No artificial flavoring. This is double distilled. Not a whole lot of information to be had on this tequila. It was created in 2016, as I do believe it says there. Coming out of Jalisco, Mexico, Luxco owned it up, started it in 1958. And then it looks like in 2021, it was bought out by MGP. Mr. Randy paid just over $17 out the door. This was on sale. This is one of those weekly specials. They showcase a few different bottles of sorts from different categories. Sometimes there's a Scotch. Sometimes they got really great deals on Scotch. Sometimes it's okay, good deals on like okay stuff like this Exotico here. It's got a nice enough nose. It's relatively mellow, more than it was off the rip. I'm stumbling through this. I'm kind of out of sorts today, but show must go on. On the nose, you're getting herbal, citrus. Citrus is kind of like one of the first things that's popping up. Trailing behind that is spice. Herbal, there's some herbal in there. Some sort of earthiness. You're definitely getting a lot of stuff from the plant and the process. Not too complicated, but yet not boring at all. It's a good nose. Let's go ahead and get that first pour on so we can get it out of the way. I meant the first palating. Ooh, that went right up to the roof of the mouth and hit the gum line. The lips are kind of, that's where a lot of that taste is hanging out on the lips. That was a quick one. Why is my hand, I think it's my glass. I think the glass is greasy. Anywho, we did say this is a 40% alcohol by volume. Not a whole lot of information. This is really considered a okay, inexpensive, bottom shelf kind of tequila. I've heard people say the same thing, so it's okay. You know, and for a good price, it makes it, acceptable. I don't think it's too bad. But then again, I've only had a few different types of tequila. Let's go ahead and get that second palate and see what it has to say. It's like an initial burst of spice, and it sort of like numbs everything a little quick. Like, it's not bad. It's not as high punchy as that first tequila I had. This is a Blanco. I prefer to have the Blancos with tonic water and the Reposados with the ginger ale. I've tried to mix max the other way around, and yeah, it just doesn't mix well. It doesn't marry that well with each other. Let's go ahead and get one more, and then we'll go for the finish. And for those new out there, I don't typically drink tequila neat or gin neat. The only thing I do exclusively drink neat is whiskeys. I drink scotch neat. Sometimes I will get caught mixing a little bit of scotch with the ginger ale. It's a nice little sweet. It depends on the scotch, to be completely honest. Some scotch will mix great with ginger ale, some just do not. Every once in a while, but mostly whiskeys are sipped neat. I think we're ready for this finale here. Let's go ahead and get this done. Good viscosity, transfers well in the mouth. I'm getting some more action back on the tip of the tongue, and it's wanting to crawl back across the tongue. The cheeks and jowls, the lips are kicking in again. I'm working it all over the place. It's got a little bit of heat. It's trying to push it too, but it's not quite getting it. It's just struggling to hit that too. Even when I aspirate, even when I breathe in and I breathe out and I talk, it really works everything. Not really a bad finish at all. I'm trying to work as much flavor out as I can because it's subsiding. Majority of the effects are still hanging out, still lingering. The heat is hanging in there pretty strong in the back. It's still hanging in. It's still trying to push a 2. I think it's just under a 2. We'll just go ahead and say it's a 2. We'll be generous today. My score on this. So let's get a score on it. The gums, up under the gums, are starting to like really go nummish. They're getting nummy gummies. My score is going to be, I forgot to mention. Okay, so yeah, I did pay just over $17 out the door. It was a weekly special. It was normally, these bottles go for roughly $30 to $35. So this is almost half off. Yeah, most of the prices I've seen in my local area, and sometimes I look outwards to where other cities and other states may have it. It's kind of hard to gauge that because other states, some states you don't pay taxes, some states, it's weird how they do it. But for here, I see it at local places for roughly $30 to $35. So yeah, I paid about half that price. So let's score it, considering that it was a $30 to $35 bottle. I would put it at considering price, we're going to call it a weak 3 out of 5. If the price were to come down, if you were normally to pay sub $20 out the door for this bottle, I'd say that score goes up because it's not bad. I mean, it's okay. I'm continually trying more, and I'm finding that all these scores that I've been giving them kind of seem unfair sometimes, because what am I comparing it to? Part of the scoring is comparing it to other libations, other spirits of sorts. And I just had añejo, and kind of takes things to a different level. I've kind of started on the lower end and worked my way up just like I did in the very beginning. Trying not to go anywhere above the $20, $30 mark just to start off in this category of tequila. So my score is going to be a weak 3 out of 5. I think it's okay. I think it's really something at that price for a $20 bottle of tequila. It's okay. It's going to be, I guess, a no-brainer. Like if I had to go and grab something and I just don't have time to browse, I've got a $20 bill and that's sitting there. Just grab it and go. I wouldn't feel bad about it. My fair price, like I just said, I would say 20 to 25. You know, 20 to 25 I think would be a good price for this, but 30 to 35 is really pushing it. Would I buy this again? Well, I think I just said that. I would buy it again, but only at the right kind of price. I mean, if I was in there and I saw that and I'm like, I got to get a tequila and go, and it's like they want $35 for it, I'll take a few seconds and go find something better for $35. I know there's some other ones out there better for $35. So anyways, if you're still here, go ahead and hit that like button, and lets the algorithm, lets the platforms know that somebody enjoys the film or the video. And it's starting to be a film because it's 12 minutes long. And do me a favor, leave a comment. Don't care about what. How was your day? Where are you at right now? What are you drinking? Well, there it is. The Exotico Blanco Tequila. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have an okay one.